That's what I'm trying to like. Yeah. Piece together. Yeah.
This is it, the burnout.
I'll be right back. I got
Sure. You got about 7 more minutes to go, so. Some people think it's across the street. So.
Which session is this?
This is the burnout prevention workshop. You good? You got burnout, we'll prevent it. Don't choke. Oops, stop it. How are you doing?
Well, how are you?
Good, good. Where are you from?
Atlanta.
Oh, nice. I have not been to Atlanta to work yet. So.
Okay.
Is it gonna be in Spanish?
It's Spanglish.
Oh.
They originally said it in Spanish, but it's Spanish. Yes, I will be throwing some of my Espanol and English all at once. Maybe do a little dance for her. I can't promise anything, but yeah, we're gonna do Spanish. But for anybody who wants it,
What do you think?
I didn't get a sign-in sheet.
Do you want me to use one of your books?
Oh yeah,
We'll just pass it.
yeah. I forgot to bring in a sign-in sheet, but we're gonna pass one of the notepads around, journals, so that if you can, I'll email you in the English and the Spanish presentation, so you can have it later. But again, the journals are for you to keep. Those are for you to take with you. You don't have one, just grab one from the other chair.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, welcome. Where are you from? Taylor?
Yeah, Phoenix.
Phoenix? Oh, nice. I like Phoenix. A lot of friends there. I was just talking to the group downstairs about coming to Phoenix and doing some stuff. So. Hot.
Hot right now, yeah.
Very hot. But this is why I don't go right now. But yeah, my former passed away. I'm a publisher and producer used to live in Phoenix. I remember the first time I went there during the summer and I didn't know how hot it got. I was dropping my car off because we were driving to El Paso. And I left a bag of M&Ms inside the car. When we got back, it was a bag of soup. It was chocolate soup, and I did not realize. But then I took it home and put it in the freezer because I was like, "That's what happens, I guess." Where are you living from? Oh, nice. I've not been to Georgia. I have not been. I need to make some steak. I need to start doing steak bingo. Oh yeah. Ohio. Oh yeah, I went to Toledo. And Cleveland. I went to Cleveland. I have a friend, I'm gonna date myself, he used to work for Continental, my roommate, and he was a gate operator at the airport. and we would take flights. Benefit of working, living with somebody who works for an airline, standby flights.
Just cut.
We went, okay, it's gonna sound like so bougie, but it's really not. It was his day off, it was like, let's go to Cleveland, visit my friends. Okay, so we got on like a 6:40 flight, literally like landed, but it had a hot dog, beer, and then hang out with them for a while, sort of thing, went home.
That's exactly what you should do.
They should do it. We lived in Houston at the time, so I was like, if it just jet set to Cleveland for a hot dog, like, this is
You
cool.
did. That's what you should
This is
do.
so cool.
You only need one day in Ohio.
We went to this bar that had bras, I think it was. Does that sound right?
Sounds like a thing I should do.
Yeah, that's what I used to drink, I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds the same.
For you, here's, I've been to Houston, I will be there 2 weeks from now, for a week, so. Where are you at?
I'm from Mexico, but
Oh.
I come from New Mexico.
Come on, Billy.
Chihuahua.
New Mexico rival.
Right. I've only been to Albuquerque, that was last year's biochemical. No,
Latinx. Yeah.
Latinx.
Latinx was there. So Albuquerque's 3 hours from Roswell, so it's 3 hours, so.
Oh, wow.
It's not little, but it's little, you know?
We're gonna, it's just now 4 o'clock. Can we give it about 5 minutes to get started? There's water over here. If you don't have a pen, I have pens. The books you see on the table are my books. I sell them. I'm gonna talk about that later. So I read books during the lockdown. It's called Grumpy Bunny and the Colors Game. It's a guided meditation book for children. And it's in English and Spanish. So I'll talk about that. Hi, welcome. Come on in. Does something want the one with the information going around? Yes, okay, cool. Thank you, appreciate it. Hi, welcome.
I'm just looking around.
All right, cool. We're cute, so keep looking. This is the cute room. For the people on writing your emails and your names, I'll be sending you both English and Spanish presentations. So that you don't have to like, welcome. If there's not a journal on your chair, let me know, we'll get you one. These are for you to do. Did you need a journal? You can put your names on those, and feel free to keep. I didn't realize when I ordered them, they were the big rolled ones, so they remember me when I was a kid. Yeah. All right, so I know some of the ladies were coming back, but we can get started. Welcome, everybody. Bienvenidos. So vamos a hacer este taller. We're going to do this workshop in English and Spanish. Originally, I had submitted in English, but then they were like, "Can you do it in Spanish?" I was like, "Sí puedo." Vamos, Dora. Hi, welcome. Come on in. If you don't have a journal in your chair, please take one of those. Hi, all right. Awesome. Bienvenida. So today's workshop, el taller de hoy, and the journals are for you. If you need a pen, let me know. We have some pens up there. El taller de organización, the alignment, how to identify, cómo identificar burnout, fatiga. And this is a good chance for those of you who might work in bilingual spaces to learn a little bit of English and Spanish. So you're welcome. My name is Daniel G. Garza. I'm a transpersonal coach. Most people don't know what that means. It's a little bit of life coaching and a little bit of Reiki master. So I've been doing energy work and working with Reiki and chakras since 2012. In 2016, after my cancer diagnosis, which Reiki helped me, I believe, to get through my healing, I became a Reiki master, which Reiki, for those of you who don't know, Reiki translates to universal energy. And all it means is that as a Reiki master, I have the ability, or I can help you manipulate, adjust, move your energy to align you, which is where this came from. And as a life coach, because I'm an actor in Laguna Beach, and every actor has to be a life coach. Something like a law or something like we all have to be life coaches. As a life coach, I learned how to help people overcome barriers and blockages in their lives to become better people. So my history with HIV is I've been living with HIV for the last 3 years. I was diagnosed, in fact, September 26th of this year would be my 23rd anniversary of living with HIV. I was diagnosed in September of 2000. So I decided during the lockdown, I was like, hey, hi, welcome.
Hello.
We just started, come on in. You might need a journal, so take this with you. There's a journal going around that has a space for you to put your name and email, and I'll get you the slides. I'll get you in English and Spanish, so you can have both of them. So after 23 years, I thought there has to be a way for us who work in the HIV community to identify burnout and kind of get it out of the way. How many of us have had clients, people we work with who are, and let's be honest, tough to work with? Yeah. Or we have bosses that are hard to work with, co-workers. And if your co-workers are here, you don't have to raise your hand. Keep it to yourself, we'll talk about that later. Now, in case you didn't know, all of these barriers, todos esos bloqueos, todos esos que nos atoran. How many people in here speak Spanish? And how many speak, everybody else speaks English? Can I do most of it in English? Si algo se les atora, lo digo en español, si no para hacerlo todo. And we'll have this in Spanish. So if you don't know, like these barriers in our lives, clients, co-workers, bosses, traffic, distance, resources, money, like all these things are barriers that cause us burnout because we can't get beyond them to get what we need to do a better job, right? How many times have we got home from work and go, I love my job, but yeah, I do it constantly. Like, I love my job, but if this wasn't in the way, man, I would kick ass. Like I would be employee of the month every month if I didn't have those barriers. Well, I can't give you more money and I can't fire your boss or get rid of your coworkers. I do know people, let me know. But I can help you break down personal barriers because sometimes it's us. A veces somos nosotros. Like I walk into an office and because I am the only person who's Latino, gay, and of color, and everybody else is different, I feel like I'm being singled out. So now I've automatically set a barrier for myself to do the best job. Just because the moment I walk into the office in the morning, it's like, nobody's like me, everybody's staring at me. My barrier used to be, and I use this for years, because I'm Latino, I have to work twice as hard to get half as far. Oh, and I get teary-eyed. I said that for years until I finally said, Garza, because I call myself Garza when I'm alone. Garza, stop saying that. Because you moved up in your career and you've done things and you have a position and people know you. So shut up. Stop saying that because you're setting up yourself for failure the moment you walk in the door. That's it. I'm already sitting at the table and I'm going, they don't want me here. And everybody's going, Daniel, what do you think? I don't know. Because in my head, I'm like, you don't want me here, so I'm not going to play. I'm not going to do anything. And then people start looking and go, why are you being such a bitch about it? So we're going to talk really honestly here. So if there's any words that bother you, please raise your hand and let me know. But we're going to get into the deep of it. Everybody good?
Yes.
All right, cool. I also like a lot of responses. So this is the, I don't have any conflict of interest on anything. I'm here on my own. By the way, let me just say this because I got to brag about it. Talk about barriers. For years, I wanted to do a workshop at USCHA, and I kept saying, they're never going to let me do it. Why would they let somebody who's HIV positive, gay Latino man present? So this is the first, hi, welcome. How are you? This is the first presentation under my own company, Lilmesican Productions, Inc. This is my project. I created this on my own, and I made it to USCHA. So yes, thank you. I broke down that barrier. Hi, welcome. We're just getting started. So grab a journal. This is for you. And if you don't have a pen, there's pens right there. All right. So this is what we're going to do today. So I don't have any conflict of interest. The objectives today, we're going to identify the barriers. We're going to do that right now. So I'm gonna do my transformational coaching session with y'all. This is why you have journals, because we're gonna do some writing. Everybody good with that? All right. So second is we're gonna recognize what the barriers are. If I don't know what's blocking me, I can't move forward. Sometimes we don't identify it. How many people have said, and you don't have to, you can be honest, my boss is the barrier to me getting promoted. Yeah. And then we realize that our boss has always wanted to promote us, but we just haven't done that little extra thing that makes us unique. And we're like, shit. Oh, welcome, come on in. We're just getting started, so you're good time. You're gonna need a journal, so come grab a journal. And if you don't have pens, we have pens. Okay. And there's a journal going around with names and emails, so make sure you put your name on there. And then for those of you just getting here, it's in Spanish, because originally it was supposed to be all in Spanish, but we're doing it in English. Vamos a meter un poco de español también. We're gonna eliminate some barriers today. So I know this is 2 hours. I'm not gonna talk for 2 hours. There'll be time to work one-on-one. So we'll get to that part in a minute. And I'm gonna give you some tools. I don't want you to just do this here and then go home and go, what did we do? So I want you to learn some tools so that when you get back, you can either keep burning down your own barriers or help your clients burn down their own barriers. How many of you work with clients? Yeah, so I've been a client and I've been a healthcare professional. I'm gonna put myself in the hot spot. I was a alcoholic drug addict that was not going to my doctor's appointments, did not want to go to the therapist, because my therapist would tell me stop doing drugs and alcohol, and I did not want to hear that. But every time I went to my case manager, she would ask me, have you been to the doctor this month? No, I missed my appointment. Why? Because I was busy. Busy what? I'm busy. Underlying, I was doing drugs and alcohol. So every time I went to my case manager, her barrier with me was that I was not doing my part. But alcohol and drugs, if anybody's worked with alcohol, that is not, hi, welcome, come on in. No, you're good, you're good. We're just talking about you, so you're just in time. Yeah, now we have to stop talking about her. There's some chairs over here. You're gonna need a journal, so make sure you grab a journal. You don't have one. If there's not one in this chair, oh. And there's a journal right there.
Thank you.
And there's a journal going around with names and names and emails, right? So, and I'll be sending you representation in English and Spanish. This one's in Spanish, but you'll get it in English. Everybody good? There's more. You good? Is your chair over there? Do not sit on the floor, please. Hi, welcome. We were just talking about y'all. I wonder where you were. So the next person that walks in, we all collectively say, we were just talking about you. You're gonna need a journal.
Thank you so much.
And by the way, I put these together last night, so if some of the stickers are a little warped, it was getting late, so please forgive me. So I was talking about when I was doing drugs and alcohol and going to case managers, and I was not doing my part as a client to get what I needed. So I was making my case manager have a burnout session because she could not get through to me. So instead of you having to fight with your clients constantly as to why they're not doing their job as a client, because we have a job as a client, we can use these tools to say, you know what? Let's not talk about this anymore. I learned something at USCHA. Let's work on that. And by the way, okay, I'll take my mic. That's me. That's my bio. If you can read in Spanish and not in English, but I've basically been around for 23 years. HIV, anal cancer, and mental health is what I usually talk about. I'm part of Positively Fearless, so one of my bosses is here. She doesn't like to know my boss, but she is my boss. So I'm part of the Positively Fearless campaign with Johnson & Johnson and Janssen Pharmaceuticals. I've been with them for 4 years. I'm also a facilitator for NMAC, and I'm one of the language consultants for them. And Radiant Health Centers. If you got one of the blue pens, that's the agency where I'm part of the board. back in Laguna Beach in Orange County, California. And then the rest is just my partner, my Lilmesican Productions is my company, and I'm part of the LGBT community. And there's a book. Yeah, for the people who just got here, that's the book I wrote from behind the color scheme. Those are also for sale, by the way. So not those, but you can go online and buy them. All right. Introduction. You know what? I'm gonna skip. The introduction is basically we're gonna work. Let me take my jacket off now. Let's get to work here. The introduction for today is identifying, acknowledging, and breaking down the barriers that are stopping us from growing personally or professionally.
And y'all can talk about me.
Okay. So we want to acknowledge the barriers, break them down, and move forward, personal or professional. Everybody good with that? Everybody else good. We're going to do some writing. I'll explain to you how it's going to work, and then we'll move from there. Now we can talk about it. So the way this works, what I created is called, in case you haven't noticed, the alignment. The alignment is, again, finding the balance between your logical brain, which is the life coaching side, and your spiritual side, which is the energy side. Now, you've heard people say, you need to get centered and things will be better for you, right? We've heard that, but where's your center? Nobody tells you where your center is. Nobody tells you how to find it because everybody has a different one. And through my studies, I've realized that who here is more on the logical side? Who here is about ABC, facts, numbers? Yeah. Who here is more on the spiritual side? Chakras, energy, connection, the vibe is good. Let's get zen. Yeah. I'm a little bit of both. I'm 50-50. I like numbers, but I also trust my energy and my gut feelings. I believe my brain has good thoughts, but I also trust my gut. So if you are more logical, say for instance, you're 75% logical and 25% spiritual, then that's your center. It's not my job as a transpersonal coach to tell you, in order for you to be centered, you need to be 50-50. Do it now. Stop being so logical. How many people have heard that? Oh my God, you're way too spiritual. Calm down. You hear that in California. You're way too spiritual. But you need to find your center. So what I did is I put together, this is a deck of cards. It's called the alignment. The alignment is broken down into 70 cards. 70 cards broken down into 7 sections. The 7 sections, let me show you that part. So 7 levels. Each card has a word on it. Each word is going to affect your barrier or blockage. Altogether, there are going to be 7 words which will create a sentence that will help you break down your barrier. And I know you're looking at me going, how is 7 words going to affect all of us at the same time? Well, because each one of you has a different barrier, and that's what your journal is going to be for. At the end, we're going to put it together, and then after that, we're going to have a little chit chat, and everybody can share. Whoever wants to share can share theirs. So the first thing I want you to do, in your journals, ready to start working? Working. Anybody need some water or anything else? Everybody good? All right, cool. En sus cuadernos, everybody has a journal? Yes? Okay. In your journal, first thing I want you to do at the very top of the page is your name. And your name is, what do you call yourself when you're by yourself? Like I call myself Garza. That's my nickname for myself. When I really want to have a Garza. So if your full name is Maria Smith Hernandez, then put Maria Smith Hernandez. But I want you to put your name. Hey, I just saw here. Put your name at the very top. Why? Because I want you to realize as you're reading this, this is about me. It's about me, all right? Number 2, over on the right hand, we sound like a school teacher, right? On the right-hand side, I want you to put today's date. Today's date. Why? Because, hi, welcome. We're just getting started. So let me get you a journal. She might be. Oh, do you have one over there? All right, cool. Hi, welcome. Come on in. You're gonna need a journal because you're just getting started. All right, so su nombre, your name at the top of the journal. followed by, on the right-hand side, I want you to put today's date. Why? Because you're gonna take this journal home. You might put it in your bag, you might put it in the backpacks, and then you're gonna put it up, you're gonna forget it. And then 6 months from now, you're gonna go, oh, there's that backpack. You're gonna pull out the journal, and I want you to remember where you were today. So you go back and go, oh my God, Garza, this is the workshop. Hey, Mama, come on in. Nobody talk about Jasmine anymore. Okay, you need a journal. You need a pen.
Thank you.
Oh, I think we're out of pens.
That's okay.
Alright. So, su nombre, your name at the top. We're gonna let Jasmine catch up and the people that just walked in. I tease on Jasmine because we know each other. We're actually co-secretaries of a conference.
Yes, they
so
are.
talk about conflicting co-workers.
Sorry.
Hi, welcome, come on in. You didn't need a journal. We're just getting started with the extra part. So have a seat, I'll get you a journal. Yes, and we have the signing sheet over here, so if, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I was so concerned, I'm like, nobody's gonna come. I was really worried.
You had everybody at burnout.
But, yes. Thank you, Google, and the keywords. There's another chair over here. There's another chair.
Space for a little bit, yeah.
All right, we need to journal. We're just getting started with the important part, so. We need a journal. If there's a chair next to you empty, can you raise your hand so we can give them a spot? Come on. Oh, cool. All right. And disclaimer, I am live, I'm recording this on YouTube up until the Q&A part. So once we get to the Q&A part, I will stop recording, but I will give you also in the email when I send you the link, so that if you miss anything, you're like, oh, what did you say there? You can go back to YouTube and watch my video and check it out. So it'll be recorded for y'all. Para que lo puedan volver a ver, so. But then when we start the Q&A part, we'll cut it out. Sorry, people watching, you can't watch the Q&A. Okay. So for the people who just got here, first page, we need your name. We need today's date on the corner. And then the time. What now? The time? Just
20.
420. Thank you. 420. That's a very memorable number. I am not part of the 420 club, but hey, it makes you zen. Do it. All right, everybody good?
Yes.
These are the levels of personality. I broke them down into 7 parts, mainly because there's 7 chakras, and they made it just really easy for my work. Number 1, I'm going to translate for y'all. So it's the foundation, root, balance, the sacral chakra, power, which is the solar plexus, collection, which is the heart, voice, which is the throat chakra, vision, which is your third eye or brow chakra, and then the connector, which is the crown chakra. So don't worry about all that. I'm going to say them one by one, and you get a chance to write it down. Okay, now I'm nervous. Now I know why I'm nervous. Okay, so your first thing to do is, oh shoot. Okay, while you do that, I just separate these. I want you underneath your name to think. I want to give you about a minute or two. You don't have to go too deep. Think about something that is a barrier for you right now. Either personal and or professional. So you can write 1 sentence or 2 sentences. Something that you believe is a barrier for you to grow personally or professionally. So think about that. I just had a client and I forgot to separate these. And then just give me a thumbs up when you're done so I know who's ready. Right, awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. And for those of you that are like, what am I writing? Well, sometimes my barrier is that I let my anxiety take over from doing what I really want to do. So I put myself in second place. I let other people go first. That's my barrier. I can actually, like today, what are people going to think about me? But it's too late. I'm already up front. So, do I need the microphone? Okay. All right, give me thumbs up when you're ready. All right, make sure everybody's ready. All right. Oh, hi, welcome. Come on in. We're just in time.
We were all just talking about you.
Thank you. We were just talking about it. There's an empty seat right there. There's one over here. And I'll get you a journal. We're just about to get the nasty work. All right. So, just to catch you up, on that first page, you're going to write your name.
For no other reason.
Yes. And then underneath the name, a barrier, personal and or professional. So for everybody, you could write one sentence or you could write two sentences. Either one will work. All right. I saw a lot of thumbs up already. All right, great. So I created a deck of cards again. 70 cards, 7 sections, which are the 7 colors. Each card has a different word on it. How this is going to work is I'm going to pull a card from every color. And the way it should work is that as we put the sentence with the 7 words, it should help you break down the barrier that you wrote down. Now, we did this at National Latinx, and it worked. We had 50 people. Very proud to say that about 4 people cried, and 3 people got mad because they were not happy with the mirror that I was putting in their faces. Because sometimes the barrier that we think is there is not really what it is. And we're all so intimidated pulling that proverbial onion. We don't want to pull that first peel because we know that underneath is the truth. So some people were upset, some people cried. And let me tell you, I also do card readings. That's my side gig. I love when people cry because I know they would go through something. People think I'm mean because I want to see them cry. Just a little bit. I do want to see them cry. But it's really to make sure we break down that barrier. All right. So number 1. All right, everybody ready now? Number 1. En español es la base o la raíz. In English, it's foundation or the root chakra. You can write this down or you can wait for a video, either way. And I'm going to explain each level for you so you understand. The foundation, the root chakra, this is where everything, I'm 52, everything that anybody has said to me, I know you're going to be like, what? I'm adorable right now. And everything that anybody has said to me in 52 years goes to my foundation or my root chakra, good and bad. Imagine Dorothy and the Yellow Brick Road, but this time it's red. And all the good stuff is these nice little red bricks that line up really pretty. The negative stuff is those stupid bricks that stick up and we trip over constantly. For me, you're too gay, you're too short, you're too chubby, you're too little, you're too Latino, whatever it is. And every day as I'm walking through my foundation, I will trip on those red bricks because I haven't learned how to remove them. And you can fill in the blanks, whatever it is for you. So the first word we're going to pull out for this. Everybody get what we're doing? Everybody good? All right. Okay, what was it? 420. So we're going to do number 4. Every card that I'm going to pull is number 4. That's how this works. The first word you're going to put out here, career. I heard smirks. I heard giggles. But the first word for us is career. Now, when it comes to energy work, career has different definitions. Career has different definitions. Number 1, as a career, we're healthcare professionals, right? That's our career. We're here because that's what we do. Or we're advocates or we're activists. But spiritually speaking, chakra speaking, your career is who you are in your life when it comes to the ripple effect of other people. I am a boyfriend. I'm a son. I'm a brother, I'm an uncle. Those are my life careers, but I also have my professional career. So career is the first word. And this will make more sense. Nobody here has done my workshop individually, right? No. Nobody yet, yeah, okay. In New Orleans, there were like 4 people who had been through my one-on-one, so they knew what I was saying. Okay, great. So this will make sense as we go along. Everybody good so far? All right. Number 2. Ready? Number 2 is your balance or your sacral chakra. Oh, by the way, if anybody wants one of our chakras, the root chakra it sits right at the bottom of your backbone, just right there, right at the top of your belly. That's where your root chakra. So that's where we hold all that tension. That's where we hold all the stress, all of that. Sacral chakra is right on the hips. This is the balance. This is why it's called the equilibrio. It's the balance. This is what throws us off. It's like, I'm off my balance. It's when we don't accept that things have a beginning and an ending. In our job as healthcare professionals in the HIV/AIDS community, we have to accept that the balance is that energies are born and energies die. Sometimes we carry that with us, right? I've been in this for 23 years. I've seen a lot of people pass. But then I have a godson who is a year old, and I have to learn that there's this balance of energies in my life. Right. So word number 2 is female. And some of the guys are like, what do you mean female? Female energies are the gatherers, are the nesters. Female energy, and this has nothing to do with like real life and politically correct. It's just in the energy. When our female energy is highlighted, we're in this protective state. We're in this nesting state. We're in the creative state. Where the masculine energy is the one that goes out and hunts and gathers and fights. We're all right now in your energy, in this moment of like, I want my house to be better. I want my ripple effect to be better. I'm very choosy about the people that I bring into my life. Somebody's coming through the back door.
No, it's locked. Can't get in.
I
tried it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had to go around.
So right now, word number 2 is the female energy. So think about your female energy and your barrier. How is your female energy affecting your barrier? How can it help? These are all not negative or positive words. These are just words that affect your barriers. How is my feminine energy affecting my barrier? How can it help it out? Does that make sense? If you have any questions, ask me and we'll stop. But I promise it'll make more sense as we pull more words out. Everybody good? I see some like people like, I get you. Hi, welcome. You're gonna need a journal, and we're gonna play a little bit of catch up, but we'll get you. There's your journal for this journal here. Oh, we have one more. Oh, 2 more. Okay. I think we have one more sheet over here. Beginning journal.
Thank you.
You don't have a journal. You know what? I got a turn over here. Let me get my shirt over here. I don't have any more pens. They got.
You sure?
Oh, here. I got it. Here.
Oh, thank you.
Leather.
Leather. Thank you.
Yeah, I will hunt you down. I got you.
Sure.
I'm gonna put you back. So we're gonna do a quick review for the folks that just got here. So what was the first thing on your page?
Your name.
Your name. So for everybody that just got here, first thing on your page is your name. Second thing?
Date.
Date. Why?
Remember.
So you can go back and look at it. Yes. Number 3?
Time.
See, careful what you manifest, because I thought. And that's just to prove to you people that manifestation works. That was my point. All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now we can talk about them.
Well, then I'll let you know I have to leave at 5:40.
We'll talk, what was your name?
Tina.
Tina, we'll talk about Tina when she leaves. Okay, so we're gonna play a little catch up with you guys. Number one, put your name on top of the paper. Number two, today's date. Number three, the time was 4:20 when we started. And then we're gonna go through words. Number one, career, and number two, female energy. And we're good over, right? Everybody's caught up?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
sorry.
alien word. The alien word.
The
We're just
barrier.
The barrier, yes. Write down your, for everybody just got here, write down a barrier, personal and or professional, that you believe is blocking you right now. Just give me a quick thumbs up when you're ready. Everybody else, everybody good right now? All right. So the two words, career, which we all deal with it, we all have a career, and number two, our female energy, and where that is right now in connection to our barrier. All right. Okay. All right, and the new people, let me know when you're ready. You ready? All right, cool. All right, word number three, ready?
Yes.
Number three is your power or your solar plexus. That is right here in your belly button. This is where the solar plexus chakra sits. Power is the commitment that I make to myself to succeed. If you're in a relationship, if you have children, you have a very needy boss, we tend to give our power away. How many times have you like, okay, I'll stay later because you need my help? How many times have you been with a client? I'm gonna put this really career related. How many times with your client? Okay, I'll meet you at 6 p.m. I had to go to my kid's recital, but you know what? I'll wait for you. That's fine. I'm not feeling well, but I'll get on that Zoom call with you. And we start giving our power away. We start working on our partner's dreams. We start working on other people's goals. And we slowly start, imagine it's an oxygen tube that is feeding you. And we start giving it to other people that eventually we disconnect with our own power. And we're no longer committed to ourselves. We're committed to our jobs and to all the people around us. And then we wonder why we're so exhausted when we get home and we want nothing to do with anybody. If you have kids, you're like, if you even say my name, right? Because we're not connected to ourselves. How many of us, and be honest, do you get home and you're like, I need 5 minutes to regroup? And I remember mom, 5 minutos. And all I had to do was, I know she had that chunk right next to her, and I'm like, 5 minutes, mom, like I got you. But it's because we start losing our powers to ourselves. And that's why our solar plexus, this is also where our happiness lies. So if we start disconnecting, we're giving our happiness to other people. I will do, what was your name? Gabby, I will do anything that you need me to do to make sure that you're happy. And then people ask you, are you happy with your relationship with Gabby? Well, it's okay. Because all my energy is going to make you happy instead of me. Everybody ready for number three?
Yep.
Four. Number three's word.
Word number three? Oh yeah, word number four? Yes. Y'all learn fast. Let's go. All right. Word number three. Motivation. Motivación. No, power is the level.
Oh, okay.
Power and sacral chakra is the motivation. What is your motivation? Why are you here? What motivates you to leave your house for 3 days? Is it 3 days or 4 days? What motivated, if you got here yesterday, 5 days maybe, what motivated you to leave your job, your family, everything behind to be here? What made you happy? Does it make you happy, or did your boss make you come? Think about that. Are we good? Okay, so the levels, level one is your foundation. Level two is your balance. Level three is your power.
Okay.
The word for level three is motivation.
Oh, okay,
Got it? What motivates you? What motivates you to get out of bed in the morning? Is it you? Am I motivated by my own energy to make me happy? Because I genuinely love getting up in the morning, going to the office, handling clients, doing paperwork, dealing with HRSA, or whoever you deal with, the grants, make sure that everything gets done. Is that the motivation to make sure that your boss is happy, or are you actually motivated by yourself to get up? And this is personal and professional. What motivates me? What wakes me up in the morning? Be honest. Wake up in the morning, you're like, fuck. First things out of your mouth is like, fuck, I'm just not. Coño. O yo soy de Monterrey. Chingado. Yo soy de Monterrey. It's like, what is that first? And that's part of your motivation. If you wake up in the morning and your solar plexus, your power is committed to you, and the person in your mind is like, yes, I get to go to work today, or I get to go for a run, or people that like to go into the gym in the morning. I don't know about y'all, but what is your motivation? So that's word number 3. Everybody good? So what is my motivation to keep my female energy happy and balanced so that I can be focused on my career? See where we're going with this? Everybody got it? Ready for number 4?
Yes.
Sweet. Number 4, which one is it? Number 4, this is your collection. This is your intake or your heart chakra. This is your little receptionist. People think that we collect information with our heads. We don't. Have you ever heard somebody say, well, you're taking that to heart? Or, te lo estás tomando muy de corazón. Pues sí, like I'm taking it to heart. Because the information comes here. We have a little receptionist that sits here and sorts through all our mail. So the information that comes from y'all, the people, places, and things in my life, come into my heart first. And then it gets distributed to either the foundation, the balance, or my power. And then we're going to go through these in a minute. There's also in charge of shifting through the trash mail. Because sometimes we get clients who bitch at us for no reason, but we know it's all about us. But here we don't, oh, my clients hate me. I'm never going to do this job. So I don't know what motivates me to come here every day, because my female energy is all out of whack. I hate this career. See what we're doing here? See how we're doing? All right, ready? Number 4. What we're taking in right now, ooh, trust. So in your heart chakra, in your intake, do I trust the information that is coming to me right now? Make sense? Because sometimes people placing things around us can bullshit us. There's not enough money for that. The grant doesn't cover it. Oh, your clients are late because maybe you're not doing a good job. Yeah. Do you really need to go to that conference? Do they really need you there? Is that really important? Or you need to go to that conference because I said so. And the boss is like, well, I'm going to stay here and enjoy while everybody's gone. And we take that information and we don't know what to trust sometimes. So are we trusting the information that's coming to us right now to motivate us, to let our female energy do what it needs to do to keep us grounded in our career? Everybody good? Making sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Ready for number 5?
Was trust the word?
Trust is the word. The level is your intake or your heart. Colección o corazón. Everybody good? Everybody caught up? So just to review, the words are career, female, motivation, and trust. Good? Everybody working? I'm going to give you a second. Look at your barrier again. And how do these words affect your barrier? How does your career affect your barrier? How does your female energy affect it? He's smiling, so I know we're forgetting something. How does it affect your motivation? And how does it affect the way you trust people, place, and things in your life? Yeah, working? Everybody good? Ready for number 5?
Yes.
Number 5, this is your throat or your voice. This is the throat chakra, it's the voice. Now, most people think that when it comes to my voice, this is the way I talk to people. And I'm going to keep it real. Like, let me tell you what it's all about. But really, our voice, our throat chakra, is about being honest with myself. Are you and have you been honest with yourself? Do you really tell yourself the truth? I know I did this morning. I kept telling myself, nobody's gonna show up to this. Nobody's gonna come. Number one, I'm not in the main rooms. Number two, nobody's gonna find the Lincoln room. Like, who's gonna come here? Like, they don't know who I am. But here we are with a full house. So, like, my voice this morning was like, my insecurity was telling me, you suck. This is stupid. Nobody's coming. But I had to change that voice for me. Does that make sense? All right. So the word number 5. Ready for the word number 5?
Yeah.
Honesty. I hear some groans. Please be vocal. Share. Sorry. No, you okay? Okay, yeah. If anybody needs some water, this is a good time to get it.
Anybody else want that?
I heard some, so yeah, clear that throat chakra. This is the good time to clear that voice. Clear the voice. Let's talk honestly. Are we always honest with ourselves? No. We sometimes what is it? Denial is not just a river. Yeah, because we're talking about being honest with ourselves and trusting the information. The information that we get, and let's talk HIV community. Let's talk HIV community. Funding, resources, information, stats, man, all that stuff, it'll get to us, right? It'll bring you down. And we can fall into two parties. We can either be one is like, I can do this with the money that the government is giving us or the grant. I got this. And then the other side is like, I'm never going to be able to do my job. So you can see which one you fall into. But are we being honest with ourselves? And do we trust ourselves with that information? Does that make sense? Are we good so far? Hi, welcome. Come on in. We're a little further but please stick around. There's a chair over there if you'd like to sit. I wish I had like a way to write these down so people could see, but I'm going to give you a journal and I'll go over what we talked about. And then, and by the way, has anybody not given me your name and email address? All right, I'm going to pass it around again. If you don't mind, I'll be sending out the English and Spanish versions of this. You can have them both. And then I'll send you, this is being recorded, this part up into the Q&A. At the Q&A, we turn it off, but so that you can go back and if you miss anything, you can turn it back again. Everybody doing good?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions so far? Any comments? No, very good. That will wait till the end, right? So we really get into it.
Don't worry.
All right, yeah. Because we're going to break these down. See how excited I get? Okay, so honesty. Am I being honest with myself? Being honest with myself. Why am I here? Do I trust the energy that's coming to me? So let me go over those again. Am I being honest with myself? I trust the information that I'm receiving to motivate me and help my female energy do what it needs to do so that I can focus and be profoundly. Ready for number 6?
Yes.
Ryan, by the way, 6.
Yeah, you want to see.
Trying to figure out what time you're.
It's 4 to 6, 2 hours.
6. All right, cool. So we're 4.5, so we're good. We're good. There's plenty of time to work on everybody. So come down, Garza. Come down. Okay, so number 6. This is your vision of the world. This is what people call the third eye. Really, it's the brown chakra, but it's the third eye. This is my vision into the future. This is, you heard about manifestation, you've heard about vision boards. This is where your dreams and goals sit also. It's all right here. If your third eye is blocked, imagine it as a lighthouse, right? Everybody knows what a lighthouse is, and all the glass is dirty. Then you can't send out your light into bring in those ships and boats and dreams and goals. So we need to have that clear. So wait for number 6. Ha. I know, I get too excited before I can say anything, right? Higher power. What is your higher power? Now, some people immediately go to, well, I don't want to talk about God. I'm not talking about God. I'm talking about your higher power. Who is your higher power? Is it God? Is it the universe? Is it the sun? Is it the moon? Is it the plane that's flying over? What is your higher power? Who do you go to when you get stressed out? Who do you sit in? I mean, I'm Catholic, so for me it's Dios. God always like, all right, God. Like, I call him G because I was like, what's up, G? Like, this, you got to be kidding, right? Like, but who is your higher power? And let me put this side note. We talked about alcohol and drugs. I come from a 12-step program, so I've been clean and sober 16 years now. So that thank you. Yes. Took me 16 years to get there. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here all day. ¿A quién le rezan? Who do you go to for those when you're lost? Some people have an actual physical person that they go to. Your priest, your pastor, your boss could be a higher power. Like, who do you go to for the? Your higher power should be there to help you get to that next level that you want to get to. Does that make sense? You good?
Yeah,
I feel like you're like almost getting it, but like,
I'm getting it. I'm just thinking,
who's your higher power? Oh, good question. Who is your higher power?
I don't have one that I can go to.
Ah,
You do? To marriage? Spiritual?
oh, thank you, yes.
Yeah, but
That could be something you can work on.
All right, hold on to that. We're gonna we'll dive into it. Because that's a good topic once the camera is off.
thank you.
All right, so who is your higher power? Let's start putting these together because remember, who's your higher power that you can go to when you need to be honest with yourself, to trust in the information that's coming to you so that you can be motivated and let your female energy do what it needs to do to make sure that you're grounded in the career. Are we good? Making sense? All right. Y'all ready for number 7?
Yes.
Number 7. Number 7 is your connector, conectar, la corona. This is your crown chakra. It's up here. This is where your higher power, universe, life, where they send messages to you. The message that's coming to you in your crown right now, going, who do I connect to? Like my antennas, I trust that God builds doors for me. I've always believed that. And I trust that the universe lays the paths for me. So one opens the door and the other one says go. And I just go. I just go. And life, because I'm 52 and I've experienced a lot, life, those messages come in, I was like, fire, ouch, fire, ouch. Do you want to touch the fire again? No. Like, I got this. All right. So word number 7, milagros, miracles. Ooh, people are like, I like sound effects. What is the miracle that your higher power, life, the universe has been sending your way, that because of all because of the barrier, you're not acknowledging? Yeah. Does that make sense? No?
No, it did, but I got lost in it. Can you just say it
again?
Yeah.
What is the miracle that has been sent your way that because of your barrier, you haven't acknowledged it? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Did it make you think?
Yeah.
Yes. That's so. Everybody get it? Like, what is it? So I'm going to give you a minute to look over your barrier again. Now, let me disclaimer. Some people feel after the 7 words that the barrier that I wrote is not actually the barrier. Now I can go deeper. Some people feel like, oh, okay, I can add to my barrier and identify it. And some people are like, nope, that was it. So I'm going to give you a minute. Just take it all in and look over your barrier and see if it's affected or not. Meanwhile, I'll ask again, everybody give me your name and email address? Yes? Okay, cool. Again, I'll be sending you the English and Spanish version along with the video. So give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go on. Oh, the hearts. I forgot the hearts. I forgot them. So just while we're pausing this, can you just look up? So every conference that I go to, it started a couple of years ago. I was at a conference and I didn't have business cards. And somebody asked me, well, how can I find you? And I said, I had those little crystal hearts. And I said, here's my heart. You'll find me. And then they did. So it became a tradition that every conference that I go to, I always have little stone and crystal hearts that I give out. And because I do energy work, they all come with a little message that I deliver to you. I forgot them on my bed at my hotel. And I'm not staying here. They're in bed right now. They're resting. So you all know this now. Tomorrow, I'm going to be around tomorrow. If you see me, come find me, and I should have them with me. And remind me, hey, I was in the workshop, and I will give you your heart to take with you. So just remind me. And they're all different colors and different meanings. So no two messages are the same. So if you find me tomorrow, I don't really have anything to do. I'll probably be hanging out, just lounging everywhere. Just come over and get it. I was in your workshop, and you'll get a heart. And the thing is, they're blind pick, so you pick your own heart, and then you have to go from email.
Is there a place that you would be around a certain time so that we can?
I will probably get here about 11 because I'm not getting up early tomorrow. I'm done today. I'm gonna like decompress. I'll probably go to my room and cry tomorrow after this because I get very emotional. But about 11 o'clock, and I'll probably be around here or the booths or yeah. Just if you see me, go. Remember the heart. I'll give you a heart. And Danielle, my boss, knows that I love giving people's hearts out. It brings me so much joy to do that. So stop me to do that. All right, ready? So for everybody watching on YouTube, let's everybody say goodbye. Goodbye.